Good morning. My name is Martin Suarez, a happy teacher from Argentina, a physics teacher for your children this year. I don't know if I should call them children, sons, daughters, young adults in IB physics. So we met last week. We started a journey together. I will share with you the room where we learn, the space that we share, and also we'll look at, I asked them to share with me a picture that they like and a thought, a question that they had. It could be any question, just to get to know them and start our discussions. And also the values that they identify with. So this is what I'm going to share with you so that you can look at who is in the class, grade 11 IB physics. You can pause your video at any time and ponder on the questions, the values, and start a conversation at home probably. I'm just going to walk around the room. As you can see, lots of experiments displayed, a timeline with the biggest minds of all times that contributed to TOK, to our understanding of the universe, of nature. This is a timeline that students have prepared, more timelines on the floor there. This is the place where I work. Most of the time I'm walking around the students, some conceptual maps in front of the class. This is the corner of gratitude for every face that came into this room for the last 4 years. All of my students in UWC. More experiments, astrophysics displays here. And this is where I am happy teaching. The best classroom I ever had. My lovely wife Maria, we're both from Argentina. Our home is in Uruguay. And these are the values that I brought this year to the grade 11 students. Passion, compassion, and dispassion. The importance of dispassion, you know. Of course, compassion and passion is quite obvious, but sometimes we need to have this perspective of life during the IB. So dispassion is as important as passion for us. And then the question that I ask is, how to transform the questions into wonder. How can we bring meaning to our physics, to our learning in science, so that we can stand under nature? Literally, understand nature means to be able to feel that belonging to nature and gratitude for just being alive. So we hope, or I hope, I could share this joy of learning physics with the students beyond the IB, but also focusing on getting good results in the IB exams. So I ask the students to do the same thing, share a picture of themselves, share a question, roots, where they come from. So we have Jonathan talking about religion and science. We discussed these questions already, some questions with them. Very important for TOK and the ways we understand nature and religion. And the values there. Jonathan, Amber, a new scholar joining us from South Africa. Roots in Ireland, but she's coming from South Africa. Questioning about God and lovely values there. A new presence in our school. We welcome her to physics. We also have Aryan, rooted in India, wondering about what the purpose of life is. Values that talk about him. Sanat, again, the meaning of life. It was a very common question. Roots in India and in Singapore. Vashti, what is the point in life? What is the purpose of life? A student for physics and for TOK this year. Ethan, again, wondering about purpose. You know, these students are trying to find purpose in life, and I think that's a question that they need to keep. I'm not going to answer that question for them. I think the purpose is to find purpose. But maybe in the process of finding purpose in life, feeling joy, enjoying the learning. And this is something that he values also, right? Finding joy in learning. We could transform the value into the answer to the question. So the purpose of physics could be to find joy in the learning, new things and caring about others. He's answering his own question there. Mahika, coming from India, try to be fair, a breath of fresh air, kind. I've already felt that air, the freshness in Mahika is present in this classroom. Wondering about black holes. We will look at astrophysics later on. Maurice, coming from South Korea. Wow. What remains unanswered is a big question. We don't know. Yichen, wondering about engineering, computer engineering and electrical engineering. Very, very specific question and connected to his passions there. Alex, an optimistic, enthusiastic and carefree student. Yeah, that's a big question to answer. So we leave it there. We might have to go deeper into physics before we can even start pondering on this question. Suyash, questions about the origin of life, beautiful picture of himself. Another family-oriented student, Hizong. Can physics change the world for better? We hope to contribute to this big question here. And Tia, a new scholar coming from Malawi, intuitive, logical, caring, with big questions about what can be invented, you know. Creativity is a very, very important aspect in physics. We discover laws, but we invent things with these laws. Okay, so why are we here? We're here to learn physics, IB physics, the most fundamental of all the experimental sciences. It goes from the tiniest particles to the biggest of the galaxies. So that is a range of what we're going to learn. We have this different approach, a little bit different from IGCSE. Ideas have to be tested. So physics in IB is really an experimental science. So we'll be doing a lot of experiments. We'll be doing an internal assessment where they have to develop their own design of an experiment over the next 2 years. And of course, the content is quite heavy in high-level physics. These are the different topics: mechanics, thermal physics, waves, electromagnetism, circular gravitation, atomic and nuclear physics, quantum physics, energy production, sustainability. So it's a big, interesting science that we have to learn. But of course, we're looking forward to starting this journey together. This is my email, please. If there is any question, if there is any doubt, if there is any requirement, please call me or send me an email and I'll be in touch with you immediately. Promised.